Gabos. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I rock with you if you rock with me. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 4K. Humbly. And we back with another one, man. Yo, with the anticipation of UFC 285 around the corner, I think we're about a couple of weeks away. Obviously, we all know Jon Jones makes his return back to the UFC. It's been, what? I ain't gonna front. It's been overdue, bro. For those of you guys that don't know Jon Bones Jones, he is one of the most dangerous men alive. And yeah, I'm saying it, even at his age of, I think he's like 36, 35 right now, after being suspended by the UFC for like the third, fourth time. This dude just can't get it together. But he's back again, and he's gonna take on Siragan. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm an avid UFC fighter fan. I'm just addicted to that sport, bro. The blood sport. It's a beautiful thing. So we got Jon Jones coming back. So I think it would be a perfect way to introduce my new supporting fan base to Jon Jones. And we're gonna check out this documentary that was just dropped. And I might split it into two ways because the videos, I'm not even gonna hold you. The video is mad long, 34 minutes. I might do it into two ways and drop it into like different segments and whatnot. But we're gonna check it out. We're gonna react to it, and we're gonna vibe out, man. It's your boy Gabos. Let's rock out.
Jon Jones is the reason I started watching UFC because he was larger than life. He was so dominant.
He came out very low, almost crawling at him. And he's going to do that again. Yeah, just for a second. So, wow, what a powerful leg kick that was.
Jon Bones Jones.
Jeez.
Oh! Again, they battle in another big knee.
Considered by many to be the greatest fighter to ever do it.
He's got a choke. Trying to choke him out. He's standing right here. Yoda's in trouble.
Left.
Jon Jones remains the UFC light heavyweight champion. Chokes Lyoto Machida completely unconscious.
Standing. Left him completely unconscious on his 2 feet, bro, while still standing. This man defending his belt like that.
Bones Jones!
Jon was an elite wrestler and went on to become a national JUCO champion.
But I dedicated my life to wrestling wholeheartedly.
When his girlfriend got pregnant, Jon faced a difficult decision.
Suddenly, I have a kid on the way, and suddenly my full scholarship to Iowa State was not there anymore.
He left college, walked into the Bomb Squad MMA gym, and began his journey into mixed martial arts.
The very first day that he trained mixed martial arts,
Bro, you got to be cut from a different cloth to just wake up and say, yo, I want to be a professional fighter for the rest of my life. Or for a career. Like, you're going to stand there and tell yourself, like, yo, I'm willing to get punched in the mouth, kicked in the head. I'm willing to take the chance of getting my arms broken just so I could fight for a living. It's like one of the oldest sports of all sports, bro. Like, combat. Like, I don't know how far that joint goes, but to wake up one day and just look at yourself and be like, yo, I'm going to be a fighter for the rest of my life. And if you're Jon Jones, he's just tall and lengthy and he's just flexible, bro. Like, it was the perfect choice. Either that or play football. But for him to just say, like, I want to be a fighter, and he becomes one of the greatest fighters of all time, nuts.
Everybody in the gym was like, this guy is now.
Working as a bouncer while trying to support a new family, Jones couldn't waste any time. Within weeks, he scheduled his first professional fight.
I had been training for about 2 months, and I took my first fight.
Well, Mark, we've got some light heavyweight action. The pro debuting Jon Jones fighting out of the Bomb Squad. We got some big boys tonight. Let's see what happens here. And Johnny Jones, a kickboxer and a wrestler, big fan of Anderson Silva.
He won in less than 2 minutes.
Oh! Jones with a suplex! Biggs! He flipped him over. Now he's raining some left hands down onto Bernard.
There's no way he's not concussed.
Bernard is out. A first round TKO by Jon Jones. Mark,
he said, take that kick with you. Damn.
And
John has two brothers that are elite NFL athletes.
Pro bowlers.
I mean, bro, he comes from fantastic genetics.
I had no talent with the ball, you know, so they had me a defensive line next to Arthur, a guy who's big and fit to be a defensive lineman. And I'm just skinny and next to him, and that's how I got the nickname Bones. And
Jones fought his second fight just 1 week after his first.
Oh, that's it. He's out. Oh, he's out. And he ate a left there, too.
He rattled off win after win, fighting 6 times in 12 weeks.
I made it to the UFC after only 9 months of MMA training, so, I mean, which is really unheard of.
Yeah. It was immediately clear Johnny Bones was one of the most unique athletes to ever enter the fight game.
Light heavyweight matchup, and here we go!
At 21 years old, he made his UFC debut.
Throws a spinning back kick. All right, somewhere in the middle of what I thought. He's just taking it to Goose Mouth. Switched and brought the left knee.
Johnny Bones Jones!
The victory brought a realization for John that he was able to compete at the highest levels in MMA.
Then there's this other guy, John Jones. He's like a wrestler, but he's really skinny, he's young, he's green. And I'm like, oh man, I'll fight that skinny John Jones. Yeah, probably made the wrong decision on that one.
There it is, that's what I'm talking about.
John's wrestling experience is obvious in his takedowns.
And another one.
Often brutal and theatrical.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, athletic, young. Suplex. Greco-Roman All-American.
But it is Jones' striking that captured the attention of fans everywhere.
Oh, no. He got up
that
from
first
that?
round, sitting on my stool, I'm like, this guy is f***ing good, man.
He displays remarkable creativity in the cage.
We are headed once again to the judges' scorecards.
Going the winner by unanimous decision, Johnny Bones Jones!
This journey that I'm on can go as far as I take it, and only I can mess
In his
it up.
10th pro fight, John Jones' first hint of controversy surfaced.
Bones Jones!
He demolished Matt Hamill. However, a series of illegal elbows earned him a DQ.
Nice trip. There's some Greco. His timing is so good.
Now, is there a part of you that feels like you never lost, even though you had the one disqualification loss?
John is completely undefeated. He only has that one loss to Matt Hamill, which is a disqualification in a fight where he was totally dominant in.
Big elbows. No, you can't do 12 to 6.
Stand up.
The up to down elbow from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock is illegal.
So you make an honest mistake and throw an illegal elbow and have everything crash and burn. You know?
Due to intentional elbows, there's been a disqualification of Johnny Bones Jones. Therefore, the winner is Matt Hamill.
I don't beat myself up about it. You know, now I know the rules, and you would never see me going out that way ever again.
He amped up.
His only loss was because he almost killed him, man. Yo, his only loss was from illegal elbows, bro. The average man can't last a round in the octagon. The average man. I'm talking about a dude that goes to the gym every single day, that's fit, this, that, you're not lasting a round, bro. John Jones is like 24-1, and his only loss was because of elbows. Yeah.
His training.
And I trained in Albuquerque, New Mexico at high elevation. I trained at 6,000 feet above sea level.
It's not often that guys like this come along. You know, not
shouldn't be able to move
John
like
Jones,
that.
there's not a lot of them around.
Shouldn't be able to move like that at that size, man.
And he's just got super athlete family. They're just, and he's huge. That size difference is so big.
In his first fight back from the controversial loss, Jones made a statement.
Oh, once he starts his hands together, it's over.
Big takedown, but back in the full run again.
I love John Bones Jones, man. He's the best I've ever seen. He's the best in the world, man.
Nah.
Wow, John Jones defeats Brandon Vera. Wow, vicious elbow.
John Bones Jones.
He's a serious talent. Even just then when he just stood up again, he's huge. I mean, he's so big. He's a young guy. He's only going to get better, and he's very motivated and very smart.
The Ultimate Fighter Season 8 winner, Ryan
Who will
truly become
not even
the
in his
next
prime,
big thing? Will it be Bader
grown men.
or will it be Jones?
Next up, a fight to determine who would contend for the title against Shogun.
High kick by Jones.
Constant offensive assault.
Looking for the shot. Stopped easily.
Catching fighters off guard with moves no one else was willing to try.
He stepped right over and got his back.
And another benefit of having 84-inch reach on his arms is he can get his fingers together when most people can't.
Yeah, he went right for a straight guillotine here. Tightened it right up, twisted it. Oh, he got hands all over! John Jones chokes out Ryan Bader! Wow! John Jones' first fight in the UFC for a title, he's fighting Mauricio Shogun Hua, who is a legend.
Yeah. I'm fighting the biggest fight of my life. If I wasn't meant to be here, I wouldn't be here.
Undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Shogun and Jones, our main event of the evening for the light heavyweight title. Big takedown.
The Shogun was a legend of UFC.
Shogun trying to get back to the feet, but he's giving up his back in the process.
Careful with the knee.
Shogun's hurt. He's hurt, Mike. He's wobbled.
Johnny Bones brutalized the defending champion.
Another side kick to the knee.
Those are some, and you'll often hear people, especially like I recently listened to this Randy Jackson, Savage Jackson, like interview, talk about like his fight against John Jones for the belt, and he talked about how dirty of a fighter John Jones actually is because of some of the techniques he uses in the octagon. It's like, you know, they're not illegal, but from a brotherhood bro code, you're not really trying to injure someone in the octagon, although it is combat sport. And it's like, yo, what do you mean talking about you're not trying to injure someone? It's just like, yo, bro, all these guys are in the grind together. And there's just certain moves, even though they're not banned, you want to try to avoid because you're not really trying to kill nobody. You're not really trying to tear any ligaments or whatnot. But John Jones was just infamous for these knee kicks. I'm talking about like these direct on the kneecap knee kicks whenever he would catch you stepping forward and try to hyperextend your knee. And it was just like, John Jones was just infamous for that, bro. And again, it's within the rules of fighting. You can still use it. But the fact that John Jones was so long and so strong that he could just knee kick you from a distance and completely take out your equilibrium, bro. Like, this is what John Jones was doing. And he's just a master at just fighting. He uses all types of techniques and in the combat sport in the UFC, bro.
Yeah, he's so forceful. That teep to the face.
Creative combinations, athletic spinning elbows, and kicks.
Big spinning back elbow.
Fighting Johnny Bones is a nightmare.
Stuff like that, he's just so creative in there.
Relentless. The title win made Jones the youngest champion in UFC history.
That you made him get up. Oh my goodness.
Jon Jones is the youngest champion in UFC history.
Wow. He almost killed the defending champion.
And it wasn't even a struggle.
He almost killed the defending champion. And like Joe Rogan says, it wasn't even a struggle, bro. And this kid is 23. Look at the defending champion.
And it wasn't even a struggle.
UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones.
He is the present and he is the future. And he might be the greatest talent that we've ever seen in the UFC.
He's a freak, man. He's a real freak.
He most definitely is.
It's crazy to watch him train because he's just super lasered in and focused.
For his first title defense, he took on another legend of the Octagon.
Goat man.
Rampage Jackson. One of the most intimidating fighters ever.
Rampage was like that. Rampage was really like that.
And he's the best ever at controlling distance.
He does the finger range.
Yeah, pokey.
The pokey range.
There's that spinning elbow. Just like against Shogun, perfectly timed.
Rampage had never been stopped in his historic career.
The knee kicks. I was just talking about the knee kicks. Bruh. See what I'm talking about? Hyperextending the knee like that?
You know, chokes out Rampage. Chokes out. He's just smashed everybody.
Rampage has not been stopped in the octagon. That's what Jones wants. To be the first man in the UFC to stop Quentin Rampage Jackson. Jon Jones has defended his UFC light heavyweight championship.
Against Rashad Evans, Jones was pitted against one of his longtime friends and training partners.
Rashad Evans.
How good is this?
This is so intense right now.
You ready? Ready. Good.
Here we go. So far, Jon is controlling the center of the octagon. Head kick by Rashad. Big head kick by Rashad Evans. Jones might be in trouble.
I felt like this was a pioneering performance with ranged elbows from Jon Jones.
Again with the elbow. That is a brilliant move. And again, he hurt him. And he stopped him with that elbow.
So much taller than everyone.
Closing in his jaw.
Jones used his elbows to devastating effect.
But Rashad Evans, there was no way he could have trained for this kind of offensive. No one in Rashad Evans' gym is going to be fighting like Jon Jones in this range, stepping in with elbows over the top.
It's not just the long limbs, it's the way he delivers it.
Oh my God.
And a big right hand with the left hook. Clearly, Jon Jones has defended his title against another former UFC light heavyweight champion.
Holy.
Belfort got hold of Jones' arm, hyperextending it in a perfect armbar.
Even though Vitor almost snapped that arm in half, that was crazy.
He's got it! He has got it right here! Vitor Belfort!
Jones allowed his arm to pop out of socket.
You what an animal Jon is.
Yeah.
He didn't tap. He just let his arm get jacked.
And he might have popped his arm. We don't know how Jon's arm is right now.
And then wound up tapping Vitor the next round.
Bruh.
It's amazing when you consider the fact that this kid didn't grow up with a striking background. It's crazy.
Yeah, John he's not just talented.
Side kick to the body. He hurt him. He hurt him. He hurt him. He hurt him with that side kick to the body. And now the axe kick the same way.
The air right out of him, bro.
This guy's trying to get him in the mounted crucifix. He just needs to secure the right arm.
He submitted Belfort.
Now he's going for Kimura.
It's all over! John Jones remains the UFC light heavyweight champion!
Yo, bruh, how are we not watching Tyson in the UFC? How, like, remember Tyson when he first came into the game? What was he, the youngest heavyweight champion of all time? I think Tyson won the belt at 19. Like, look what John Jones is doing before the age of 24. Just destroying, walking through grown men. It's insane, bruv. Insane. Like I said, bro, John Jones is back. And we all can't wait for UFC 285 versus Sirigan. It's going to be a great fight. I mean, obviously, John Jones is going to be the heavy favorite because he's never lost. He's never lost, bro. So this is going to be part 1. I'm going to split it into 2 parts. I'm going to check you guys out in the next video. Like, oh, man, what a time to be alive, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And remember, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 4K, man. I'm on the road to 4K, man. I'm going to check you guys out in the next video. I'm out.